Hi guys, welcome back to another brand new tutorial. Today we will go step by step and I'll explain you how this entire animation was created. Let's have a look at scene 1. We have started our scene 1 by adding a white solid layer. Let me solo this. To add one, you can simply go to the top. In new, you can add a solid. Now on top of that, we have added a glowing line. Let's go through it one by one. As we proceed, I'll be soloing the layers one by one. Let me show you. So now if I go ahead, see I have a line which comes and it goes down like this. Let me teach you how to create this. Firstly, we have to select our pen tool. Let's make a point over here. The fill should be none. And let's skip some stroke. Okay, this is fine. Again selecting the point. Make a stroke like this. Coming over here. Perfect. If you want, you can increase the size. Let's go to the top. This is the layer. Let's open this up. In add, you will find the trim paths. Let me open this. Let's add a keyframe in end. Let's drag it ahead. Now at this point, we have to make it a 0. Perfect. Let me see. Nice. Now at this point, we also have to add a keyframe in start. So here, add a keyframe. As you go ahead at 10 frames, but ensure that this is also decreasing. Okay, let me see. Perfect. Let's go a little ahead. And at this point, it should be 100%. Perfect. Now to change these caps, you can go to shape. In stroke, you will find a line cap. Right now, it's butt cap. You can change it to round cap. Finally, on top of this, you can add the 4 color gradient. Let me show you from over here. You can search for 4 color gradient, this one. If I go ahead, you can see we have got a nice gradient color. This is what I have done over here as well. 2 additional effects which you have added are nothing but, firstly, the Gaussian blur. Gaussian blur, see this one. Let's double click. See, you can make it blur from over here like this. Perfect. And finally, on top of it, I have also added the deep glow. Perfect. You can play around with the exposure. Nice. So now if I play this, see we get a similar line like the one which we have added over here. Let me delete this. Let's see. Let me go down. Okay. So over here, we have created a path like this. If I press on U, see we have added a keyframe in trim paths in start and end. Perfect. I hope this is clear. Now exactly similar to this, we have also created glowing lines too, where the lines will come from the other direction and it will go out. Okay, looks pretty good till now. Next is the sliding solid. Let me turn this on. See at this point, when it is going on the right, we have to bring just a solid inside. Perfect. If I press on U to see the keyframes, all we have done is added a keyframe in position and opacity. So at this point, if I zoom out, you see the solid is over here and the opacity is nil. As you go ahead, it comes towards the center and the opacity becomes 100%. Perfect. Next is the black solid. The sole reason we have added this is that after this point, we have to turn everything black. So again, if I press on U, you can see at this point the opacity is 0. And as you go ahead, it becomes 100%. Perfect. Now let's have a look at the text. Let me turn on both of them together. Let's go here. Okay. So firstly, let's have a look at this text. If I open this up, all we have done is add parameters in position, opacity and blur. So the position is kept as 38, opacity nil and blur as 11. In that way, we get the text introducing the. Perfect. The next text that we have is Gemini, which will come somewhere at this point. Again, if I open this up, over here, you will see in Animator 1, we have added the exact same parameters, 38, 0 and 11. You see, it's the exact same thing. All we have done is made a copy paste of this and kept it on the right and just added the 4 color gradient on top of it. So if I click on this, you can see over here, we have 4 color gradient added on the text. Perfect. Let me show you. See if I change something. See, immediately it will impact the color over here. Perfect. If you want to make it bright, you can also turn on the deep blue. I didn't really like it, so I just kept it off. Okay, looks pretty good. And the final piece in our scene 1 is nothing but the star, which will emerge from this circle. See if I open this too. Okay, as you can see over here, at this point, when we have the word Gemini come in, the star will comes in, rotates, and then goes out. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Now to create the star, you can go to layers, new, add a shape layer. Perfect. Open this up. In add, you can add the poly star. Okay. You can see the star is over here. Again, going over here, let's add the fill as well. By default, it will become red, but not an issue. You can change it to any color that you want. I'll keep it white. Let's press on P. Let's keep it on the right. Now again, going over here in the contents, in the path, we can keep the points as 4. Nice. Now all we have to do is just play around with the radius. I will make this small. Okay. Okay, perfect. Looks pretty good, right? So once I created this, all I've done is taken a copy of it, press on R, and just rotated it by 45 degrees. Perfect. And then for the first one, going to outer radius, just decrease it a bit. Nice. That's how I created this star, and then on top of it, I just added the deep glow. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let me select both of them and delete it. Perfect. Nice. And finally, if I select this one, if I press on U, you can see we have added a keyframe in the scale as well. So at this point, it's 0. That's why you don't see it. As I move ahead, at this point, it becomes 40%. It stays 40% till this point. And finally, again, it becomes 0. Perfect. Exact same thing we have done for star 2 as well. Nice. So let me play our scene 1 so you can understand what we have created till now. Perfect. This is good, right? Now let's move on to our scene 2. Over here, firstly, I'll turn on the bar color. Let's go back. See, at this point, as we are transitioning from scene 1 to scene 2, we have done a shape morphing of a bar which comes in like this. It bounces and it comes to rest over here. Okay. Selecting this, if I press on U, you can see the animations. Let's go through it one by one. Okay, forget about the color, that's fine. Just observe this size. So at this point, it was non-existent. Okay, even make this as 0. Okay, that way you won't see the bar. As we move ahead, we have done shape morphing where it becomes 1100. Again, at this point, it reduces. It becomes a little big. And finally, it will look something like this. Okay, this one is pretty easy, but still, let me show you how this was created. You can simply select a rounded rectangle tool. Ensure that no layer is selected. Let's create one over here. Keep the stroke as nil. In the path, increase the roundness. Perfect. Now all you need to do is add a keyframe in size. Remove the lock. Going back over here. Let's increase the size a bit. Going again back. Let's reduce the size. Again at this spot, let's increase it. And finally over here, let's make this as nil. So now you can simply select all the keyframes, press on F9, and if I play now, see, we'll get a similar animation like the one on the bottom. If you want to make this better, all you can do, place this one over here, this one here, and this one here. Basically reducing the gap between the keyframes. Nice. If you want to see the graph, it will look something like this. Perfect. Let's delete it. Selecting this. Again, the next thing we have done is added a 4 color gradient on top of it. And we have animated the colors as well. So if I select this, if I press on U, you can see the colors over here. Let me show you. See, initially we have some darker shades. As you go ahead, they become a little brighter. at this point, and again as you move ahead, they simply become as white. Perfect, looks pretty good. Next, on top of it, we are simply going to add a search bar. For that, I'll take a duplicate of this and reduce the size. So if I turn this on, you can see our earlier layer will simply act as the stroke. You see this nice stroke over here on the sides? In fact, I'll do one thing. I'll select this. Let's go to size. Here, right? This is okay as 99. Let me make this little bigger. I will make it 99.5. Let me see. This can be 98.5 or even 98. Let me see. Okay, this looks much better, right? Cool. Next, on top of it, we have the icon. Let me turn this on. See, all we are done, as it is increasing in size, we simply added a plus icon which will come in from the right. If you open this up, we have just added a plus icon which animates from right to left and it comes to end over here. Selecting this, if I press on U, you can see we added this animation. Perfect. Let's go back. Next, we have the word Ask Gemini. Again, it's a simple text animation. I'm not going to waste your time in this. Just ensure that you track mat this to a search bar. You see from over here, just track mat it like this. That way, it will look as if it's coming from inside the bar. Perfect. Next, we have done it for the mic over here. Again, ensure that it's track mat, because see, if you don't track mat it, it will look weird. So it will look as if it is coming from outside. But if you track mat this over here, so it will give a nice effect as if it is coming from inside the search bar. Perfect. Looks pretty good. Okay, I forgot to tell you about this. So basically on the search bar, we also added the light sweep effect. That's the effect which you see over here. If you want to increase the size, you can simply increase the width from over here. So like this. For now, I'm happy with this. I'm not going to make any changes. So if you observe scene 2, let me zoom out a bit. Perfect. Okay, there's one more thing. Okay, I think I made one change here, right? I think this is the first one. Even this can be 75. Perfect. Nice. Okay, let me see. If I go on the left, let's see. Perfect. It will come twice. Nice. Next on the top, we had a simple text. I think I forgot to solo it. Yeah. So ideally it will look something like this. Perfect. Now to complete the scene, we have to add the text which will come inside the search bar. For that, all I have done is I have written this text over here. Let me toggle the transparency. See, as I go ahead, you can see we have this nice text like this. Even if I turn this off, you can see it, right? Perfect. So make a Python code which brings quality to claims. Okay. So if you go back over here, all we have done is created a pre-comp. To make a pre-comp, you're aware, right? Like for example, over here, to make a pre-comp, all you need to do is right click, go to pre-comp and just press on OK. So on this pre-comp, we have ensured that we have created a mask just by selecting it like this. If I go over here in the mask, you can see we have this mask one. We in the mask have ensured that we increase the feather. That way, if I go ahead, see, we get this nice text animation. Let me zoom out a bit. Let's see. Perfect. Looks super professional, right? Perfect. And finally, we have the null one, which is nothing but the null object, which handles the entire movement of the animation. So let me solo this and press on U, so we can see the animation from the beginning. So till here, we didn't really have to make any changes. From this point onwards, we will take the animation little up. That's what we have done over here. You can see while there is no change in the x-axis, we have played around with the y-axis. See, the y-axis over here was 540. If I go ahead at this point, we have made it as 460. Okay. Same thing with the scale. At this point, we are zoomed in a bit at 123%. At this position, we are at 100%. Perfect. Also over here, if you observe, we have ensured that all these layers are parented to null 3 like this using the pickwick. You can see over here, everything is parented to null 1. Nice. Next, from here till here, there are not really any changes. Again, from this point onwards till here, we have to zoom in. As you can see over here, the scale is increasing from 100. At this point, over here, we increase it to 110. Again, at this point, the animation will happen, as you can see over here. Then finally, from this position till here, we would ensure to take everything down like this. Perfect. And if you want to see the movement, let me just go to position, go to graph editor. See, we have created a steep curve like this. Perfect. Looks pretty good. Now let's move on to our scene 3 and scene 4. Before we do that, let me in fact select all these layers in scene 2. I think till here. On this side, I'll just give it a nice blue color. Or no, let's keep it as orange. And for the initial ones, all the initial layers, we'll keep them as, let's say, yellow. Perfect. Let me close them. Nice. Now let's start with our scene 3. So it starts somewhere over here. Let me solo all these layers. As you can see over here, if I zoom out a bit, these are nothing but these 4 lines which you see outside. Okay, again selecting all 4 of them. Let me press on U. All we have done is ensure that we decrease the size of these lines. Okay, so let's observe just one of the lines. Let's say we are observing this one. At the beginning, it's on the left. As you go ahead, it will just come towards the center. Perfect, looks pretty good. And then from this point onwards, we have to ensure that they again exit the animation. So as I proceed, you can see they're exiting the animation. Let me play this. Perfect. Next is the text. Let me solo both of them together. So at this point, when the lines are coming in, you have to bring the text, your results, in front of us. See, again, by now you are already aware how to create this text. This exact same way what we have done earlier. You see over here in animator 1, we have position, opacity and blur. Again, exactly same like the one which you added earlier. So it will come in like this. If I press on U, you can see from this point onwards, as you have to bring the next text, you will shift this to the left, which is nothing but the animation which you have done in position. So from here till here, it will shift to the left. Say like this. Okay. Even this animation is pretty similar to this one. All we have done, again, if I press on U, you can see we have added a keyframe in position where we bring in from the left like this. Perfect. By the way, guys, while creating this animation, if you get stuck anywhere, just simply DM me on Insta and I will help you as always. Perfect. Looks pretty good. I think we can do one thing. I just thought of it here, right? We can do one thing. On top of it, we can just add a nice gradient. So going to layer styles, I'll just add a gradient overlay. In edit gradient, let's choose, okay, let's say 2 shades of blue. Okay, looks good. Here again, different shade of blue. Perfect. Let's change the angle. I think this one can be a little darker. Okay, looks good. Same thing we can do over here. Right click, layer styles, gradient overlay. It was purple, right? So maybe something like this. No, this is pink. Okay, this is fine. On the right side, maybe some shade of violet. Perfect. Let's again change the angle. Okay, this looks good. Perfect. So from this point onwards, as this line will go up, we have to ensure that this text as well goes up. So let's see. Nice. So let me turn on the next 2 layers. Perfect. Now closely observe what we are doing over here. So as this is going up, you see this is going up. At the same point, these 2 layers, which is nothing but a search bar, and this output are coming up. You can see over here, we just added a keyframe in the position. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Okay, looks good. Again, on both of them, we have added this slide strip effect. Okay. Okay, looks pretty good. So next is nothing but the simple text or the code. It will come in one by one. See, as this will vanish, the code will start from over here. As you can see, this entire code is connected to null 2. So we press on U. See, at this point, we ensure that this text, it goes up. So as this code, it starts emerging, it simply starts going up. Let me go to the right. See, let's go ahead. Okay, no, there's one more layer. I forgot about this. Let's solo this one as well. So at the beginning, you can see, as this is going up, we also have the Gemini icon, which comes up along with it. In fact, let me do one thing. I think this is, let me press on P. At this point, it can be little lower. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. So as you can see over here, while it is coming up, we are also ensured that it is rotating. And at this point, where we reduce the opacity of this, we also change the opacity of the icon. So from here, it will simply vanish. Perfect, looks good. Next, as I told you earlier, with the null, you have this code which simply goes up. Perfect. Looks pretty good. Again, in the position, if I go to graph editor, you can see we have created a nice curve like this. Perfect. This way, we have completed our scene 3 as well. Again, selecting all the layers. Let's go over here and give it a nice brown color. Perfect. Now for the final animation, let's turn on these 2 layers again. If I zoom out a bit, you can see they're nothing but 2 circles, one at the top and one over here. See this one and this one. If I again press on U, you can see all we have done is added keyframe in the position. So from this point onwards, it will simply come towards the center. So it's a simple animation, but by creating this merging effect, it looks pretty cool. See, like this. This gives us a pretty nice transition, right? Perfect. Finally, let's see the text on top of it. Again, it's quite simple. Start today with. Perfect. If I select the logo, I can press on U. You can see that we have added keyframe in position and opacity. Perfect. Now I'm selecting all of them. Let's go here. Let's give it a nice purple. Nice. Let's have a quick look from the beginning. Nice. So that's it guys for this tutorial. I know we didn't really go step by step for this one, as if I would have done that, it would have taken at least 3 hours. So let me know in the comments if you loved this approach and would like me to use the same in the upcoming tutorials. So that's it for today. I'll catch you very soon next time.